يك أتكا دخت أختو يك ستينيل تكت يوهان أختو يك ووج إن تلنجت يك أتانجيش تلتو يسندك أكشكا تل ووج كانخ ووتو عادي قنالتشيش. Good to see you guys. Time has come for our class, and I feel good to see you guys. I feel good that we're studying Tlingit together again today. We didn't meet last week, so thank you for understanding. Last week I traveled to Oahu, Hawaii for my first Muay Thai fight, and I didn't take home the gold, but I stood my ground and I stayed on my feet, and everybody told me I did a good job. They were very welcoming, good community. And that was a big deal for me, just to learn how to make weight and travel for a fight and get in the ring. It's so scary. That's probably the hardest thing I've ever done. But I really wanted my first fight to be there in Hawaii because it's a native space, and it's respectful and professional. And so I was in good hands and I loved it.
Bach
Yeah.
wasa ach tléiḳ.
Gonafchish.
Ah,
I think Gonafchish. Yeah, thank you. That means a lot to hear. So, yeah, we're here. So that's all we didn't meet last week. I'm gonna go over a couple announcements for today before we jump in. First off, class recordings are uploaded to YouTube and our class page, and I'll put this link in the chat and show you guys what it looks like online. Rene is my teacher and my professional mentor, and he takes care of our class recordings. So I send them to him and he puts them up on his channel so that there's consistency for folks who want to find the recordings. You can find them on his YouTube channel and on our group page. So if you click that link I just sent you in the chat, it'll take you to this page of tléiḳw.com. This is the blog site that's hosted by Rene. And if you want to find our recordings on your own, go tléiḳw.com, and then under this tab, Learning Tlingit, you can scroll down to our page, which is Hatuch Lachish KTOO. And our class is also sponsored by Discovery Southeast, but this is the old name of the original partners. But if you go to this page, there's information. Rene used to teach this class, and he has some good guidelines that we still follow in class today. But if you scroll down, you can find the workbook, the resources that we use, and keep going until you find our class recordings. And so here they are. They're organized by date. You can chat here. And then I just include our vocabulary or what we learned that day or what we worked on. And this is it. So anyway, I was excited that those are up. And thank you all for your patience waiting for recordings. A couple more announcements and then I'll see if you guys have questions or comments. But so since we didn't meet last week, we're going to add a class, and normally we were going to have our last class on Wednesday, April 10th. Now our last one will be Wednesday, April 17th. So we'll extend our time together. So you can mark your calendars that we'll have that class. And then just a heads up, a prearranged agreement is that on April 3rd, we won't have class because I'll be traveling for a conference in Arizona, and I won't be able to teach that day. So no class April 3rd. That's still a few weeks out, but I wanted to give you a heads up in case you're like me and like to make plans right away when you got time off. And then a couple more things. Thanks for helping with the chats. I know it's HTL, you've been really helpful with letting me know if there's a question in the chat. I personally don't read the chats while I'm teaching because I have too many buttons to push and things to look at, and I want to be here present with you guys. On that note, if you're sending me private chats, I'm just not likely to see them because I just don't have that extra bandwidth to scroll through and find the private chats. I need to be here present for everybody. But if you do have a question that you feel you need to ask me and that you don't want anyone else to see, you can email me and I'll address your questions in email. Otherwise, you can ask in class, unmute your mic and ask when I ask if there's questions, or if you put it in the chat, say Keaton would be willing to continue helping me answer those.
I'll do my best.
Thank you. Goodness, geez.
Yeah.
You are appreciated.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Uh,
appreciated.
okay. And then the last thing is I just want to give you a heads up. Next week, we have a large enough group that I think will benefit from breakout rooms for our dialogues and let me fix my audio here.
What the?
So starting next week, we'll use breakout rooms to practice our dialogues together. Does that sound good to you guys?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I have to say, I so appreciate this class because
Oh,
I was taking another one that was started on Sunday and was supposed to run till tomorrow, and they said it was just for beginners, and I'm like, it was so far advanced. Like, I mean, the people were already speaking in the Tléiḳ language, and I kind of protested about it. I said, because they're teaching us songs that, I mean, yeah, I know the tune and everything. And I said, this is not a beginner's class. I said, I'm not really getting anything from it. And yeah, they promptly kicked me off, but at least here I'm able to ask questions and feel safe and know that you're going to reciprocate by answering if I have something, and that you actually hear what we have to say. So goodness cheesh on that.
okay, good.
Yeah, I think the other class, they were just trying to expose you to the sounds and stuff. They didn't expect you to actually learn the song from them singing it once. But yeah,
On that
it's a much bigger class. There's like 80 people, so not everybody can sound out all of the things in a group like this one. So you have to do it at home and do your best on your own.
yeah. On that note, are there any questions or comments so far? I know we took a week off last week, but from material we've covered so far, are there any questions or comments from you guys? This won't be your last chance to ask questions, but if there's anything burning, I want to open up the floor.
You're mentioning about the recordings that are online. Are you still going to send them as well on via email as well?
I don't know that I'll be able to, because it takes quite a bit of time to transfer the recordings over to my mentor. Um, we'll see. Yeah, if it takes too long for them to get online, then I'll continue sending them by email. But
Okay.
yeah, sorry, we'll just have to see.
No worries. I was just wondering because I do enjoy getting them via the email. And
Awesome. Okay. Any more comments or questions? It's good to see you guys again. I feel like I just went on a little, my trip to Hawaii took a lot of attention and time. I'm like happy to be back with you guys.
did you win any of your matches?
No, I didn't win, but I did stay on my feet, and I kept advancing. And I guess one of my friends is one of the judges, and he told my corner that all the judge cards were like 10-9, which means she disrupted me a lot, but they weren't 10-8, which would have meant that she dominated me. So I didn't get dominated. I kept advancing. People were like, whoa, you guys had a really exciting fight because we were novice class. And so our rounds, we just had 3 rounds and they were each really short, only 90 seconds. And she and I both went in there just like action packed the whole time. We probably could have paced ourselves a little better, but then the judges are scoring by how much you're trying too. So I think we were both exhausted. My opponent and I were very respectful to each other. We talked afterwards. I thanked her for the fight because I learned a lot in the process. And yeah.
No broken bones.
What's that?
No broken bones, or
No broken bones. I might have sprained my left thumb a little bit, but other than that, I feel pretty good.
That
Yeah.
sounds so exciting. Good
Thank you.
job. And like, yeah, females fight differently. There is no like slowing down, and
No
Kylie
half-ass.
knows. And we are always like those to like hug each other and talk and stuff afterwards, not during the fight, like those other ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was
So
exciting.
proud of you. So
Thank you.
exciting.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you
hungry
went the
for another one.
distance. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, for
that's
sure. Hungry for
yep.
another one. I'm gonna take a week off this week and then get back in my training and hopefully get another one. Cool. So let's
You
review
see how
some.
Kylie and I got all excited, like we perked right up and chimed in.
Yeah. I think a few of my teammates might have put their names in the hat already for AK Beattown, which is exciting. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see how it
October
goes.
5th. October
October.
5th.
That's right, October 5th. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. All right, let's get to work. We have some review and these are the dialogues that we're going to practice together today. And then next week, we'll practice them in the breakout rooms. So first one, you guys will repeat all the lines after me, and then we'll switch roles. You all will be one person, I'll be next. So first one, repeat after me. Everybody go ahead and unmute your mics and say, Wasa iduasak. Mm-hmm. And then put your name in the brackets, but nila tora yucha duasak.
Sakun yuchad
Kachu you hut to us up.
Okay. Wasa iati.
wasa
Yeti.
Tleshwasa.
Neshwasa.
Good. And then again, wasa iati.
wasa
Yeti.
yati.
Achtuwu atwudekin.
Udakeen.
Good. This last sound for people that are still new to underline letters, the underline K is pronounced in the back of your throat. And let's do just this sound together. Repeat after me. Keen. Good. And then the whole word, wudekin. Good. Can you feel in your mouths how you make the first sounds up here? Would, and then you go. Yeah. So let's do the whole line again. Repeat after me. Achtuwu
Tubu at the king. Sorry.
Good. Good. You guys sound good. Let's do another one. Repeat after me. Wasa iati. And then achshayaniku.
So
Yeah. One more time, repeat after me. Achshayani.
Shayani.
Good. Let's practice those. So I'll be person A and y'all can be person B. If you have any background noise, if people are talking, go ahead and mute your mic and stay muted. I wish I could want to hear you, but just so everyone else can hear, go ahead and stay muted. So I'll be person A, and you all respond with the line of person B. So, wasa itu wasak. Good. Let's do it again. I'll be person A again, you'll be person B again. Wasa itu wasak. Good. Good. Now you guys will be person A and I'll be person B. Ready, set, go. Nila toga yuchat duasak. Any questions on those? Those two lines? Yeah.
How do you pronounce your name?
Oh, mine is Nila Toga, and it's on
Ni-
my screen for people that
Uh-huh.
want to read it. That my name is a Koyukon Athabascan name, and I got it from my grandma Lizzie Semikin, from Caltag. But in our language, we have a GH sound, and it's also in the back of your throat. But instead of being like g in the Tlingit language, it's a little softer. You don't quite close the air there. Ra, and it sounds almost like a rolling R in French. Ra.
Ah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so mine is Nila Torah.
Nila Toka,
Aha.
Nila Tuka. Tu or
To,
Tuk?
Torah. Yeah, Nila Torah.
Nila Tuka.
Ah.
Nila Tuka. Gonna cheese.
Ah,
I have a quick question.
yeah,
The Koyukon Athabascan, is that what Tlingit call Lunana?
yeah. Gunana is Tlingit for the other nations people, which is how traditionally Athabascan people were referred to, because we've always lived really close to each other, and then we share ancestry, but our cultures are different enough that and languages are different enough that we're not the same nation. So Gunana is Athabascan, and the close.
From Athabasca in Alberta?
There are Athabascan nations in Alberta, and so the closest ones who lived to the Tlingit people would have been the tl'eiḳ and the Atna Athabascan people. Koyukon is farther north, up by the YK Delta.
That's in Alaska.
Yeah, those ones are in Alaska.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering because I when they said Athabascan, I thought, oh, I wonder if they're talking about Alberta or if there's an Athabasca up in Alaska.
Yeah, our peoples are all kind of, if the colonial border wasn't there between Alaska and Canada, you can kind of see on a language map, but I'm just gonna pull it up. Since this is a fun topic, so do language map Alaska. I like this one. Open it up so it's larger version. So this is a map of native languages in North America, Alaska, Canada area. And it's super fun because they're color coded on the left, so you can see language families. And you have a lot of the coastal people are color coded blue and green. Uh, and then tl'eiḳ, tl'eiќ, and Athabaskan all belong to the native language family called Na Dene. And so our closeness and relation, you can see tl'eiќ is here, and then there's the tl'eiќ and Athabaskan
Way at the
languages.
bottom.
Yeah, so Koyukon is here, and this is my grandmother's first language, Koyukon. Our word for it is Danaka, and that just means our way. And there are a lot of Athabaskan languages. These are all mutually incomprehensible, meaning if someone speaking Atna to a person who speaks Koyukon, we're not really going to understand what each other are saying. We might have some similarities, but they're totally different languages, not dialects. And then within Koyukon, we have 3 dialects. We have Lower River, we have Central, and we have Upriver or Upper. And those dialects are, we could understand each other, but some of the sounds are just a little different.
Um,
Uh-huh.
just
Um,
a question.
Yeah.
If with the Tlingit being so close to everyone like in there, and say they were on a hunting party or something and they meet someone like in the red colors or something, is there a language, a universal language that they can speak? Like, or that, I mean, you said there are similarities, but were they able to communicate in a formal way that everyone would understand, or?
I know that there's stories about people living in Yakutat or Yakutat because this area was um, inhabited by Tlingit people, but also Tl'eiḳ people and Copper River Athabaskan people. And so there's a lot of Athabaskan influence in Yakutat. And there's stories, we should look at the stories about the Tlingit person who traveled around here and learn more. Yeah, I don't know.
It
But
was
I
just
know
a question.
that
I'm sure they must have run into other native cultures.
exactly, yeah. Which is
Oh,
why they have, yeah, that's why they have names for like Qunana. That's how they would refer to us because we commonly saw each other. Um,
well, we had trade lines going all the way up and down and all over the place. And so we definitely had communication. We spoke different languages. And that's actually one of the things that could be revitalized is that trade line. We had trade lines all the way down to Mexico and across to Hawaii. We have stories about avocados, so like where do these avocados and stuff come from? There's so yeah, we weren't just in one area. We were trading all over the place with indigenous peoples. And like my great great grandfather's part Hawaiian, so I'm Polynesian. There's a couple ways to think about how that happened. Was it just traveling across the waters, or did it have something to do with when the Russians came down and they, exterminated thousands of people up north and made their way into Tlingit territory? But they didn't stop there. They went all the way down. They had a fort in California called Fort Ross, where they had many prisoners and from all over the place. So that was also a place where um, bloods, could have been interacting with each other.
hmm,
But
hmm.
yeah,
but it would mainly
Awesome.
be the men who would do the traveling, correct?
not
Would it be
necessarily. My
men in
grandmother paddled by herself with the like from Yakutat all the way to
Hawaii?
Angoon. From Yakutat to Angoon. Um,
No
we
wonder
all
you're
had
a
we
tough Tlingit.
Cool. Yeah, awesome discussion, you guys. Um, I started to go on a rabbit hole talking about
Yeah.
but yeah, that's all to say that yeah, our languages are related and we have loan words between each other. It's fascinating. I think this conversation could continue. I'm going to keep moving on the language lesson because that's my job today, but I do want you guys to continue these good conversations.
Oh yeah, we can talk more at after this class, and I'll drop that in the box. Thank you for that reminder. I'll go and find that link.
Awesome.
I mean, you would be fascinating to talk to just about anything in your history. It's like, wow, I could
Yeah.
pick your brain about this and this and this and
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. So back to our dialogue. I'll be person A and you guys will all be person B. So wasa ieti. Good. Yep, let's do it again and then we'll switch roles. Wasa ieti. Yeah, good. And now you all ask me, you all be person A. Ready, Gook? Achtu atwudiqin. Okay, and this one we did already. Okay, next one I want to practice is around being hungry. And this was to answer a question last week, and I think we should incorporate it into a dialogue and start using it. So the first one is asking somebody, "Are you hungry?" And repeat this line after me. Iitkeyan uaha. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this last word, starting with the U, repeat this after me. Uaha. Yeah. And what does this period mean here?
Yeah. Glottal stop.
Glottal stop. So when we say yan in front of it, we're going to treat this like a space and it'll be, repeat after me, yan uaha.
Yan.
Yeah. So that period makes you say a uaha separately rather than saying yanuaha.
Yan
And
upaha.
yeah. And then what does this G high tone E sound do to the sentence?
Okay. Question?
Yeah, oh, it makes it a question. And what kind of question?
Yes or no question?
Yeah, oh, this, and you guys see this ge on its own in a sentence
Okay.
that lets you know that you're being asked a yes or no question. So your response, if it's yes, will be ah, and if it's no, it'll be tléiḳ, and then you can complete the sentence. So let's do this whole line again. Iitkeyan uaha. And then for yes, I'm hungry, repeat after me. Ach ityan uaha. And then if you're not hungry, repeat after me. Tléiḳ tl'eiḳ ityan uaha.
Uaha.
Good job. So let's break it down. The answer when you're saying no, I'm not hungry, you change the sound the way that you say to be hungry if it's negative, if your answer is no. So let's do the positive form. Repeat this. Ach ityan uaha. And then the no answer, repeat after me again. Tléiḳ tl'eiḳ ityan uaha. Yeah, good. And then I'm just gonna have some more repetition here. Repeat just the last word after me. Yan wuha. And then say tl'eiḳ id. And then repeat after me. Tl'eiḳ yanwha. And then add the tléiḳ. Repeat after me. Tléiḳ, tl'eiḳ yanwha. Good. So this time I'll be person A and you guys will all be person B and tell me, yes, I'm hungry, this top line. So I'll be person A, you'll be person B. Tl'eiḳ yanwha. Good. Now I'll be person A again, and this time you'll be person B again, but you won't be hungry. So you'll say this one that starts with tléiḳ. Tl'eiḳ yanwha. Good.
That's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like it's a tongue twister,
Yeah. There's a lot of
especially
sounds here.
going from one to the other.
Yeah, you're like, am I hungry or am I not? What do I do? What does my
I
mouth
would
do?
just shake my head. No.
Yeah. Okay, let's do it so you guys can hear me saying the difference. Now you'll be person A and I'll be person B and we'll do them both. So go ahead, ready, set, gook.
I
Aritian uaha. And now you'll be person A again. Ready, gook. Tléiḳ, tl'eiḳ uaha. For these sounds where you have, you have a lot going on in these first three words in tlingit. And the way I like to describe this to learners, the way I learned when I was new, is thinking about like each sound. In the first one, we have a pinched K. That's what this apostrophe does. And so that tells us to make it sharper and snappier. So let's do just this sound. Repeat after me. Tléiḳ. Yeah. All the sounds are in the front of my mouth here. Repeat again. Tléiḳ. Yeah. And same thing with this word. This is what tells us not. I'm not hungry. So let's do this sound. Repeat after me. Tléiḳ. Yeah. Yeah. And then these two words mean, tl'eiḳ means to me. Hunger is not arrived to me, is loosely how I would describe the meaning here. And the underline X is going to take your pronunciation to the back of your throat. So far we've been all up here, front of the mouth, top of the mouth. Now with this underline X, we're going to start exercising the back of our throat. And so repeat after me. Ugh. And then the two words together. Tl'eiḳ. Yeah. So you're doing a lot there. It's just two words in a sentence, but you're exercising a large range in your body to make the sounds. So do those two words again. Repeat after me. Tl'eiḳ. Yeah. Now say tléiḳ. Good. Yeah, nice and slow. Let's slow it down. Do it nice and slow after me again. Tléiḳ. Yeah, because you're also doing the tones. You're high, low, high. So again, tléiḳ. Yeah. Now we're going to add the last word. Repeat just the last word after me. Yanwha. Yeah. So say tléiḳ yanwha. And a little faster. Tléiḳ yanwha. Again. Tléiḳ yanwha. Good. Now add just the first word, tléiḳ,
Tléiḳ.
in the whole sentence. Tléiḳ tléiḳ yanwha. Okay, now I'm going to ask the question and you answer tléiḳ tléiḳ yanwha. Iit yanwha. Good. Nice. How was that?
tléiḳ yanhua.
Good. How was that for you guys?
It's very good to break it down slow like that. I saw in the chat that there was conversation about not having the tléiḳ keyboard, so I did drop that resource into the chat box.
Oh, thank you.
I personally have the one from Language Geek.
Okay.
I don't know much about the other one, but there's
Okay.
2 links there.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that and for letting me know. I can plan to do a demo on one of the classes. It's an emotional journey to download the Tlingit language keyboards because there's a lot involved. And when you're trying to get it, you're like, I know the goal I'm trying to get to. There's a lot of things that pop up on the way. And so I shouldn't say it can be. For me, it was a little frustrating, but you can do it. I did it. If I can do it, you can do it. Yeah, okay. I see in the chat there's people have been having a hard time with the link. So there's 2 different journeys quests you're gonna go on, whether you have a PC or an Apple. I happen to have an Apple. Does anyone in here have a PC who would be potentially willing to demonstrate how they were able to download it in the future
I think we
class?
can probably do it in the Hangout after class,
Okay.
unless you want to do it now.
No, the Hangout would be perfect. So
Yeah.
someone there, yeah, does someone there have a PC that they can demonstrate?
I can demonstrate. I'll just say I have one. I'm at Sika Tribe and I've been trying to get our IT department to download them to all of our PCs and they have really struggled. So sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work for the PC.
Okay. Okay, thank you for letting me know.
I have a MacBook Air.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a MacBook, so
Well,
I
I don't
have
have
a
a Mac.
PC. I tried to download it today and I'll email back to you if I could download it and I'll let everyone know how to do it later. If it's okay.
perfect. Yes. In fact, if
Thank you.
everyone can at least throw in a try, if you haven't yet, try to download it so that when we do our demo, maybe next week,
Write it out.
yeah,
That
you'll
sounds
have,
good.
yeah.
I have a PC and I do know one issue is often if you don't have it set for the default language, the PC will keep going back to English. So you have to go to like the lower right hand and change it back to the Tlingit keyboard.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I do. I have to toggle in between it. But I mean, I'm using the tléiḳ language one, and you need to hit like semicolon or a forward slash to use, like the colon one is the guttural and the forward slash is the high tone. So I have to toggle between the 2 anyways.
It's a whole thing. Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have a little tech hour.
Bye.
If you guys are able
Okay.
to, if you guys are able to in the Hangout, practice a little bit, see what you can do. I'll make time in the next class to demonstrate how you do it on a Mac. And then if anyone's willing to share their screen, show how they did it on a PC, I'll dedicate some of the class for that. The reason I preface it by saying it can be an emotional journey is that I don't want anyone to get upset. So if you're trying to download it and it's frustrating you, just bear with us and try to be patient because we're all learning the tech part on top of the language. So yeah.
Is there a phrase for bear with me?
Yeah, yeah. Let me put it on. Yeah, I noticed I started saying that instead of sorry, probably because I've been learning tlingit and I'm learning uh, that people will bear with me. So let's do for questions. Let's copy this one down. Okay, so bear with me. Bear with me, one person, and then bear with me, multiple people. Okay. I'm gonna type this from memory and then check my spelling and tones. So let's go in my dictionary. Oh, okay, so this needs to be short and high. Ade.
So is that the literal translation of tléiḳ?
That's the what do you call it? The meaning. Um, I don't know if it's the literal translation, but that's the context. Like if you want people to bear with you, that's what you would say. So let me look it up in the dictionary here. So tl'eiḳ it will be okay as a response to cha'adeh. Oh, and this is high tone. Let me fix this. Let me see if I can find the answer to your question in the dictionary. And then for multiple people, you would add this Y here to let them know I'm talking to multiple people. Let me add the Ooh, one sec. Verbs. Okay, I'm just double checking my spelling. Ooh. Okay. Skinyatla, your hand is up.
Yeah, I'm wondering, how did you pull up that search there? Is it a
Oh yeah.
control 9 or something?
Yeah, it should be Control F to pull up the search bar.
Oh,
Yeah.
gonna cheese.
Ah. Okay, so I'm in the verb database and I'm looking at to forgive or excuse somebody, and I'm gonna expand it and look at the different options. And so forgive him or her would be repeat after me. Cha'adeye na'u. Yeah. And then if
Where
and then
are you pointing? Because I couldn't see it.
oh yeah, thank you. Let me zoom in too. Okay, let's do this one I have highlighted in blue. And everybody go ahead and repeat after me. Cha'adeye na'u. Yeah. And then if I'm talking to multiple people, I add this Y. And so I would say repeat after me. Cha'adeye na'u. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. And this is for forgiving somebody else. If I want to say forgive me, I would put myself here, which is khat. So I'll show it to you written in our database. This is where I added khat for me. Does that answer your question? You guys good on that? Okay, good.
I would just like to add one quick cultural note. I
Yeah.
have been told by one of our elders that traditionally we did not apologize
Oh,
because that is an admittance of fault, and that's not a thing that Tlingits used to traditionally do. Just so you know, if you're talking to like an elder, they might say we don't apologize.
Okay, gonna cheese for sharing. Our elders have so much knowledge and always go with what they say. I
they would
the
never
thing
hurt you.
the thing I would add is that I've been told since I was learning to when it comes to speaking Tlingit in a public space, you don't need to apologize for any mistakes that you might make. That it's a given that we're all learning and it's understood that we're going to make mistakes. And so people understand that you don't need to apologize from the beginning. And sometimes the reason I've been told that is that sometimes it can turn into a thing where people feel apologetic for speaking their language, and that's not the environment we're trying to create.
In Canada, we're ingrained with saying I'm sorry.
Yeah, it just happens. Yeah.
We do it every time if something, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, or sorry for getting in your way, or I'm sorry for this. It's like
Yeah. I totally get it.
we're famous for that.
Yeah. Okay, a couple other things I wanted to review. It's been a couple weeks since we looked at these, but y'all asked for the difference between some of these words that sound similar, have different meanings. And so let's practice them just to keep them fresh in our mind since you learned them. For my finger, uh, repeat after me. tl'eiḳ.
Ugh, yeah.
Yeah, it's an good.
Like,
Yeah, it's a pinch TL and an underline K. So just the pinch TL EI, repeat the sound after me. A. Uh-huh. And then you're gonna do your underline K in the back of your throat. Tl'eiḳ. Yeah. And next one, berry or berries, you have a rounded KW. So this time you're gonna round your lips while you make that underline K, and you're not gonna pinch the TL. So repeat after me. tléiḳw. Good. You sounded good for berries. And then for no, there's no underline K. It's a K in the top of your mouth and it's pinched, so it's gonna be snappy. So repeat after me. tléiḳ.
Tléiḳ.
Take.
Good.
cake.
Yeah. Okay, so again, from memory, just do your best. What does this mean in English? tléiḳ. tléiḳ.
My finger.
Finger.
Good. So I'm gonna delete this so you can't see. Okay, my finger. And then wasa duwasa tléiḳ tléiḳw.
Very.
Good. Wasa duwasa tléiḳ.
No.
Yeah, away. No, you do a sock. Good. Okay. So I want to continue on. Any questions so far? Okay, we started to learn body parts 2 weeks ago, and this week I'm going to zero in on 4. We went over a lot last time. I think 4 is a good number when it comes to trying to memorize. So we'll start with 4. And you'll just start off by repeating after me. Achguk.
Achguk.
Cook.
Achguk.
Achguk.
Good. You sound good. Again, achguk.
Achguk.
Cook.
Yeah.
Achguk.
What does this mean in English?
Ears.
My ear. My ear.
Good. My ear. The is my and guk is ear. When you talk about body parts in tlingit, you need to say whose or what's body part it belongs to. And if you want to make it general, there's a term that you can use in place of my. But for now, we're going to start with saying my body part. And so one more time, my ear, repeat after me. Achguk.
Achguk.
Cook. My ear.
Yeah, my ear. Achguk. Okay. Next one, repeat after me. Achwaq.
Achwaq.
Good. That K is underlined, so it'll be in the back of your throat. Again, achwaq.
Achwaq.
Yeah. My eye. Okay, next one. Achle.
Blue.
Well,
Yeah, my nose is, repeat after me. Achle. Good. Ache.
So it already starting.
Good. So the underline pinched X, you're doing a couple things to it.
So.
First of all, it's underlined, so it'll be in the back of your throat. And then with the apostrophe, you're gonna make it sharper. So you're gonna make this sound, repeat after me. Yeah. Yeah. That's mouth. And then my mouth, you have an underline X right before it that's not pinched. So you're gonna make a couple really similar sounds in the back of your throat, back to back. And start with just the first word, repeat after me. Ugh. Now say good. And you're gonna say them, there's a little space in between them. Say it nice and slow, repeat after me. Ugh. Good. And we'll do it 2 more times. Ugh. Good. One more time. Ugh. Good. Nice. Usually my students want a lot of practice with these, and I think you guys sound really good already so far, but we're going to continue practicing them just so that it becomes regular and normal to you. But you sound good. Yeah, so when you see it, go ahead and just say it. Ready, go. Good. Good. Good.
No, achlu. Achlu.
Everyone repeat after me. Achle.
Ach,
Tl'eiḳ.
ach,
Eh,
Okay.
ach,
Good.
wait.
Eh,
Good.
eh.
Oh my God.
Good job. Okay, good.
The stress.
Yeah, stress. Yeah, if your heart is kind of racing and you're like racking your brain, there's a lot of really powerful things going on in there that I want to continue to strengthen in you because it's going to help you. Good job. I know that wasn't easy and you guys pushed yourselves and I appreciate you being brave and giving it a try. Any questions or thoughts or comments?
It's the mouth that has me hard, that I have hard time with that one.
Yeah. Good.
I enjoyed it. Gonna
Are
teach.
Eh.
Okay.
we done?
I just wanted to give you guys time for open discussion because I talk a lot and I drill you and sometimes you all just need time to talk it out and visit with each other. So, open discussion.
I have to say, I thoroughly enjoyed this class. I love it. I arrive with a smile, I leave with a smile, and I'm in a good mood.
Okay, awesome.
Eh.
Good. I'm glad to
This
hear
is great,
that.
and I hope we continue on after April, like maybe in the fall or something, or I don't know when the next one is, but I'm
Awesome.
so excited for these courses.
Oh, good.
Katsu.
Awesome. Okay. Stephanie, your hand is up. Ah,
Hey, yeah, so I understand we don't apologize, but I was wondering, is there a true way to say like you're welcome?
Mm-mm.
usually, when people say, when I teach with Shaksani Keek, she's Kagwantan from Huna. When at the end of class, when everyone's telling us good nachtish, she'll say yake. So it just kind of means like it's good.
Yeah,
I
as I've
Another
believe that. Oh, go ahead.
as I've been
another
saying, if she's around town, the responses I usually hear is either ah or ho ho.
Oh.
Oh,
one that I have heard was Yechayati, which
Yeah.
literally translates to it is.
Are you from Yakutat?
I am not from Yakutat.
Oh, okay.
No,
That one.
I'm from Huna.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Yechayati is from Yakutat. It's a special response that's unique to Yakutat.
Is that Tl'eiḳ influence? Do you know?
I don't know. I know it's Tlingit words, but I
Uh-huh.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know if culturally it comes from being in proximity to Iyak people. I don't know.
Ganachtish.
Ah,
yeah, I have been told,
Beautiful smile.
mm,
go
I
ahead,
had
Suki.
heard from elders that there is no like there is a translation for like thank you because of colonization, but before that you would just have to receive somebody's thanks and sit with it.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, not that I thought they were connected, but that brought my mind back to my question to think of it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really good question because part of learning our native languages is like thinking about how to think. You guys like I gotta speak to match what I'm thinking, but there's thoughts and ways of thinking that are inherent in the languages. And so that's really, yeah, really good discussion.
So my question is, which was mentioned earlier, that in the Tlingit language, no one ever said sorry, or I am sorry, that word never existed. So what would they say if someone was at fault? If it like this was your fault that we lost something, or you let the fire go out or something. Like,
Ew. I don't know.
Did you catch what she, Carrie, did you catch? Yeah, you caught the joke.
yeah, I did.
You guys are funny.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, to be serious, like like if no one ever says sorry about something, even though they know they were in the wrong, is that where the forgiveness, where you say I'm like, I forgive me, or I forgive myself or something?
Good question. I think you guys should continue this conversation. We're out of time for today, but I love your question and I love your guys' discussion and what you all have been sharing. So there is a hangout after this, and tl'eiḳ has shared her email in the chat.
I have
Um,
to find the link.
Oh, someone
tl'eiḳ,
asked for the email, but the learners thing is in the chat also. Let me go back up and just drop it one more time.
Oh, good.
Um,
Please
uh,
drop it, 'cause
meeting group chat, paste, bam. If you click on that, that'll take you hopefully to the right place. Let me test it real quick before we disconnect.
oh yeah.
It's asking me to see what account I want. Thank you so much for class today, Anna. So wonderful. Happy to hear you had a great experience on your debut, and look forward to learning more.
You're welcome. Aha. Ah.
Have a last question. Is
Yeah.
there a plural way to say see you later?
I would say tléiḳ qasatin.
Yeek.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeek.
We're in there.
Pasatin.
Ik qati qanatish.
Goodness, Chief, thank you.
I'll see you
Okay, now I don't know
guys.
how to get out of the Zoom one now.
I'll end it. Okay, love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Sheesh.